Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it.
Hey, what is up, trainers? PoGo Joel here, coming at you with a Stardust guide video. In this video, we are going to go over all of the best tips and tricks to get Stardust. Now, this is a follow-up video. A long time ago, I did make a video for an XP guide. Link in the description up there. And then I had a lot of people request the Stardust video. No better time than now, as there is a big Stardust event coming up, and I haven't seen too many really good guides at all on YouTube about grinding that Stardust, so hopefully I can do you some justice. And without further ado, let's get into the best tips and tricks for grinding Stardust in Pokemon Go. Stardust is the main currency in Pokemon Go. Whether you need to make a trade, you're gonna need Stardust. Whether you're gonna power something up for raids or PvP, you're gonna need Stardust. Or if you are trying to buy a secondary move for your Pokemon for raids or PvP, you're gonna need Stardust. Stardust is the most important commodity in Pokemon Go. You really need this. Number 1, we have star pieces coming in at number 1. They are going to be the number 1 tool to absolutely help you grind out Stardust. What a star piece is a small shard of a beautiful gem that helps you earn 50% more Stardust for 30 minutes. So that's going to give you 50% more Stardust. Now, you don't want to use these sparingly. You want to be very smart, very strategic when you use star pieces. So make sure you are going to be grinding and utilizing the time you turn this on for your Stardust grind. So make sure you time this perfectly. We'll get into the best tips and tricks, but for star pieces, the only way to get them currently is by buying them in boxes. Niantic has been a little bit tight with these lately, so hopefully some good boxes do come out where you can get as many star pieces as you can. And if you ever do see a good box with star pieces, I'd say definitely go for it. Save up your Pokecoins and try to get some star pieces if you need that Stardust. Number 1, catching Pokemon. The best tip for grinding Stardust is going to be catching Pokemon. Catch as many as you possibly can. When you catch Pokemon, this awards you Stardust. So what you want to do is you want to find a cluster spawn, so an area full of Pokemon that spawn, and you want to try to catch every single thing in sight. So by catching a first evolution Pokemon like Bulbasaur, that's going to award you 100 Stardust. Catching a second evolution Pokemon like Ivysaur is going to award you 300 Stardust, and catching a third evolution Pokemon like Venusaur is going to award you 500 Stardust. Now there's going to be weather boosted Pokemon, which will help you get more Stardust on top of the regular Stardust bonuses that you get. So to check your weather on your home page when you do have the game loaded, go ahead and click on the top icon on the top right of the page. Mine has a little moon. It shows that it is clear weather, so grass, ground, and fire are boosted during clear weather. So you see some grass here and a fire Pokemon. This time with weather boost, it's going to award us additional Stardust. So a first evolution Pokemon will be 125 Stardust. A second evolution Pokemon will be 375 Stardust, and a third evolution weather boosted Pokemon will be 625 Stardust. Here's a pro tip for you: your daily catching streak. So your first catch of the day. Every day you catch something, it's going to reward you 600 additional Stardust for that first catch of the day. Now if you make it to your 7-day streak, you'll get an additional 3,000 Stardust for that 7-day streak. So make sure you're catching Pokemon daily. Try to stay on top of those streaks. That is going to be very beneficial to you, and that's not even counting a star piece or a weather boosted Pokemon, which will include a lot more Stardust for you. Another pro tip for you is Meltan Boxes. So by opening up your Meltan Boxes from transferring a Pokemon from Pokemon Go into Pokemon Let's Go, you are rewarded with a Meltan box, which spawns Meltan for 30 minutes. You have a chance to catch as many as you possibly can in that time frame, and typically I can get about 20,000 Stardust by doing this method here with a star piece on, and that doesn't even count catching other Pokemon while you wait in between to get Meltons to spawn. So it's a really great option for you if you find someone with Pokemon Go. Try to transfer them a Pokemon to Let's Go. Here's another pro tip for you: research stacking. So by stacking up research Pokemon, you can go ahead and save them for when you have a star piece and gather a lot of Stardust this way. So you claim the research task, you run away from that Pokemon, and then that Pokemon will appear in your research task for later when you have your star piece. We have some lure modules you can use. We have the Glacial Lure module, which is a frosty lure module that attracts water and ice type Pokemon for 30 minutes. You can also evolve Glaceon here, that is the ice form of Eevee. Up next we have the Mossy Lure module, a natural lure module that attracts bug, grass, and poison type Pokemon for 30 minutes. You can also evolve to Leafeon here, which is the grass form of evolution. And up next we have the Magnetic Lure module, which is a electronic lure module that attracts electric, steel, and rock type Pokemon. Pokemon that could be evolved using this magnetic lure are going to be Magnezone from Magneton and Probopass from Nosepass. And we also do have our regular lure modules, which attract Pokemon at Pokestops for up to 30 minutes, and anyone can benefit from lure modules, so try to get some lure parties going on. Here's a pro tip for you: lure parties. So host lure parties. You see this very commonly done during community days, where your grind spots that you go to are lured up like crazy, and everything that you can possibly want is out there. If you're using that star piece, you are going to maximize with those lure parties, and you can even use an incense, which will attract more Pokemon to you if you're trying to get that grind on. Here's another pro tip for you if you can afford it: Pokemon Go companion devices. So first up we have the Go Plus, which is to the right here in the photo. It's the original accessory that came out a few weeks after the game. It was the best companion at that time. What that allows you to do is it vibrates. You can click on the little button in the middle and it auto catches anything for you, and it spins Pokestops, but you have to click on the button manually. Then from there we got the Gotcha, or the Gocha, whatever you want to go with. It's the white band on the top with the little black screen there. I love that thing. It auto catches and auto spins for you, and it does have settings you can play around with. From there we have got, from the Pokemon Go Plus, they went over to the Pokeball Plus, which is a remote control and a Go Plus essentially with the Nintendo Switch. So you can have a Pokemon stored in there. You can shake it around and do all kinds of cool stuff to get your Pokemon to make noise. Also, if you buy that, it comes with Mew for Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. And then finally we have the Gotcha Ranger, which is the newest version of the Gotcha, which comes with larger battery life and also a little light, I guess, to help you see in the dark. There are some other devices that are coming out, like this thing called the Dual Catchamon and some other ones, but these are the most popular ones as of the time of recording this, which could help you catch Pokemon and get that Stardust that you need. So you're a free-to-play player and you can't afford any of those other devices. No worries, we got you covered. We have the Quick Hatch glitch. What it is it allows you to catch Pokemon fast, so you don't have to wait for their animation screens. For example, what you want to do here is you want to pool on the berry menu. So over here on the bottom left, I'm going to go ahead and pull on that slightly, and at the same time I am going to be grabbing my Pokeball and throwing it with my fingers. So I am going to pull and release, and then from there you let the berries come up, you let go, and then as it goes to catch that Pokemon, you can go ahead and run away at that point. So here we go. I'm gonna switch to a different ball, and you can even give it a berry too. You don't have to just hold on to it and not give it a berry if you don't want to. So you pull and then release, and then let's try it again. We're gonna go ahead and pull on the berries and release, and then you run away. You can stay in there as long as you want, but you can run away from that, and those should be fine. You can see here, we'll go to recents, and there they are, all of the ones I just caught here. And then this allows you to catch so many Pokemon so fast. This is going to help you maximize your Stardust grind, and if you play on community days, this will definitely help you. Number 2, hatching eggs. Hatching eggs is the second best way to earn Stardust in Pokemon Go. So when you hatch eggs, a 2-kilometer egg will get you anywhere between 400 to 800 Stardust, 600 to 1,200 with the star piece. A 5K will get you 800 to 1,600, and 1,200 to 2,400 with the star piece. A 7K will get you the same amount, and a 10K will get you anywhere between 1,600 to 3,200, and 2,400 to 4,800 with the star piece. Another pro tip is going to be mass hatching. So you want to make sure that you incubate a bunch of eggs around the same time. So for example, you don't want to have a bunch of random eggs at a bunch of different random spots, because it's going to make it very difficult for you when you grind. You are going to want a lot of them to look like the image on the right, where it looks like all of these were incubated right around the same time, and they'll hatch right around the same time. That way you can pop a star piece if you're trying to get a lot of Stardust once those hatch, or a lucky egg as well if you're trying to get a bunch of XP at the same time. So try to mass hatch all together in one batch. Number 3, raiding. Raiding actually does not reward you with too much Stardust. You get 500 Stardust just from a regular raid, or any raid you do, you just get 500 Stardust. If you do it with a star piece, you get 750 Stardust. And I took a video here from my solo raid guide for Deoxys. Yeah, as soon as you catch it, you get your reward for the battle itself, which should be 500. I had a star piece on here, so I get 750. And then once you catch the Pokemon, you'll also get that additional Stardust from catching it. So whether it be the 100 from a non-weather boost or a weather boosted one to give you more Stardust there. Number 4, opening gifts. So opening up gifts from your friends will reward you with Stardust. It does vary on the quantity, but it is an opportunity that you can get Stardust from opening gifts from your friends. So make sure you're opening your 20 gifts daily. If you have a star piece on and you run out of things you can do, start opening gifts and you maximize that star piece. Get those last little itty bits of Stardust that you can get, because once you open them, you will get that. And this is just some of the random ones here without a star piece. Number 6, Berry Master. So that Berry Master medal is when you give berries to Pokemon in the gym. So when you show up to a gym that's your team color, go ahead and dispense a lot of your berries. If you're someone who spins a lot, opens gifts, you have a lot of berries a lot of the time, get rid of them at the gyms, give them to Pokemon. This is going to give you 20 Stardust each time. It's going to keep adding up. If you are fast enough and stay on top of it, it will keep stacking and stacking. I've done this continuously before, and it's amazing ways to get Stardust pretty quickly. Number 7, PvP/trainer battles. By participating in 3 PvP battles daily with another player, you can earn rewards, and Stardust is in there, along with some other items that could be useful for your gameplay. Also, by battling your team leader, so Candela, Spark, or Blanche, daily, you can earn a reward for battling them as well. So make sure you are at least giving some effort to PvP and getting your Stardust and some other rewards for your game. Alrighty trainers, there you have it, the best tips and tricks for getting Stardust in Pokemon Go. Let me know down there in the comments, which tricks do you use? Did I miss something? Let me know down there, and if you found any of this helpful, please drop a like, subscribe, and till next time trainers.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you.